Hello Inzainiacs, and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. We have used our science, and I got a couple more landing on the runway, and we have used said science to research advanced rocketry, which gave us a small Terrier liquid fuel engine, kind of like the Poodle but a little bit weaker, a FL T400 fuel tank, which is basically the fuel tank we had but longer, and a side-mounted liquid thud liquid engine. So what we are doing is we are going to get to orbit. Now I came off camera and I built a T something. There it is. I built this, which is exactly the same as our others, except I have not added on the science stuff yet. But it's a basic ship, just a ship, comes up, blah blah blah, and it's got 4 of the BACC solid fuel boosters on it, and I put 4 of these Delta Wing Deluxe winglets. These are the ones that if you go in and look at them, they have the control. Before we used these, the AVT1, which don't turn, or we use something. Here, we can find out. Let's go to load, and it was ILV5. What are these? AVT1 winglets, which they do not have a control surface on them, and that's why I think that's why we couldn't move. I launched the new T1, just launched it, and tried to turn it immediately after launch, and it would turn. So you need to make sure that your Delta winglets that you put on these rockets, make sure that they have a control surface down here, so that you can turn them. If they don't, you're going to play hell trying to turn them like I did. Alright, so what is this? Oh, that's the price of the project, and that's the money we have. Okay. So now the only thing that we have left to put on this bad boy right now is we have to put some science. So we're going to drop this down a little bit. We're going to go into science. We're going to get one of these bad boys for the deep space, because it is time, folks. You all know it's time. I think that should be high enough. Let's check. Oh, that's too high actually. Let's back out some. Then we can grab it. We can come straight down with it like so. I like to make it look professional. You know, keep it just a little bit off the ground, but close. I don't think it makes any difference, to be honest with you. I just know that if you have it way up in the air like that, it's going to start way up in the air like that. It looks kind of funny. Now, I did install another mod, which I don't know what this is. Kerbal Engineering System. Okay. The Kerbal Engineering. And what Kerbal Engineering does is it adds this information down here. And it also gives you a module that you can add on anywhere you want to. And I'll take it and place it, let's place it off center. I don't think it has any mass to it. Yeah, 0.005. So yeah, it's not even enough. That's not enough mass to interfere with anything. We could take it and put it down here, but we'll put it right there for now. All right, now we need to get some antennas on here. We need 2 of them, of course, per usual. And I need to hit C. That way this stuff snaps. There we go. There we go. We got a... Ooh, wow, that's cool. I didn't want it to do that, but... Can I grab the antenna now, please? There we go. There we go, maybe? Yeah, that's what I want right there. Alright, so now let's grab... We need some mystery goo. And we will put them right there. So now we got 2 mystery goos, our science container. We can put a thermometer on there. We'll put it on the other side of this. Put it right there, just for giggles. And a comms. Oh, this is that fold-out antenna. No use for it right now. Alright, so we've got all our sciencey stuff. So let's save. Now one thing I want to do is, because we have to test out this this little thingy right here, they want to test a TR2C stack. If you look at the research or the missions, test the TR2C stack separator on a suborbital trajectory over Kerbal. So the problem here is I don't know when. I can't put it on somewhere. Yeah, we'll just have to wait. We'll wait on that. Yep, suborbital trajectory. I think that's basically, you just have to be flying, and you have to be between 80,000 and 86,000 meters, and not be in a full orbit. So I could put that up here and work my way to it, but I'm not going to bother. Not for an orbital, because we're trying to just orbit. Once we've got our orbit experience and whatnot, then we can start messing with that. So I think we are ready to go. I really do. Yeah, let's launch. All right. There's your flight engineer information. We'll put that up over here somewhere. All right, so let's hit T to bring up our SAS. We'll hit Z to go full throttle. And I had all of this staging set up right, so we should be good. And here we go, folks. T minus 3, 2. Ooh, I like this up here. Can I move that? I'd like to put that down here. I think you can in options. HUD 1 off. HUD 2 off. HUD 2 edit. Oh, 10.4. Fantastic. Like to put that there. And then undo the edit and edit that one. Put it down there. And then unedit that, and then we can close that. Wait, that was that. There we go. We still got our little science window. We need to get that up. We can do a temperature scan out here on the thingy. We'll take that science. Okay. When we get into space, then I'll come out and I'll grab that, and then when we get into space, I'll do some more, but I probably could have put 3 or 4 of them on there. Alright, so here we go in T minus 3, 2, 1. Kick it over just a hair, just so that our parts don't fall on the launch pad whenever we launch them. There we go. Back out just a little bit so that it's not so loud. We're going to start rolling now. They see me rolling. They're hating. Come on. Get us into a little bit of a ring. There we go. I want to be right here, there, right there for right now. Let's check the map. We're at 14,000. Let's bring this up. I wish you didn't have to always bring that up. Alright, what do we got? Our apoapsis at 23. We got to get our apoapsis up to about 60K. Or about, I mean, sorry. There we go. I want to get back on this 90-degree line too. There we go. We're not burning too much fuel. We still got plenty. 40, 46, 47. All right, we need to back off some. Our angle's too low. We need more height out of it, basically what I'm saying. Now, I still got another whole fuel tank in here. 60, 70. All right, we're out of the atmosphere now. 80. 90. 100. That's plenty. And it's going to drop some, but not much. All right, now we're just going to fly through the air, folks. Roger that, Mission Control. Alright, let's look at our map. We can go ahead and doodle-doodle up. Alright, we can do a material study. Oh, 25 science, we'll keep that. We can do a mystery goo observation. Another 10 science, we'll keep that. We can do an EVA report. Hit it again. We'll do that. Alright, let's collect all our science. Come on. Collect the data. We need to collect this data. And then it's on the other side, ain't it? We already did an EVA report. Get off there. No, don't lose your way, little man. All right, let's go board back in. We're going to take the data. We're going to click there. We're going to store the experiments, and then we're going to board. Now we can do an actual temperature scan up here. Another 8 science. Let's look at us. Oh, good gosh, we're over it. Alright, how do I do that again? It won't let me do a node. I guess maybe I can't now. So let's just go into map. I know exactly what we got to do. Right there. Hopefully we'll have enough. What's our altitude? 89,000. Come on, baby. Getting there. Come on. Come on. Well, I'm barely going to save this. Alright, did we get the orbit? Orbit Kerbal. Oh, complete. Alright, let's go around to our Apple axis. And then we'll cut back and try and land somewhere near Kerbal. Let's stop now. And let's no science. We can do an EVA report. Another 8 science. Board. I want to store the science. Alright. So let's go. And I know we can't see anything, and I'm sorry folks, but there it is. That's just how it works when you're on the backside of the planet. There's no shit. It's all nighttime. So we're going to hurry up. We're going to get here to the apoapsis. And then when we get to the apoapsis, we are going to... There we go. We're going to set up a maneuver to lower our... Alright, there's our... That's the one I think. I can't remember. One of these two. I think it's this one. It's retrograde. We'll find out here in just a second when we start burning if the... Yep, that's it. Alright, and there's KSP. So... we're going to start coming in on all this. So we're going to speed up just a hair. I've never been good at this part. Alright. So now let's try and... Alright. And we're going to come up short. We are going to come up short. Whoa, slow down. There we go. Now if we spin around to the other side, we can extend it up some. If we don't go too much. There we go. Head towards our prograde. I'm guessing that these are the right names. I can't remember. And now if I zoom it up, yeah, see there I can extend it. Now we're going to come into atmospheric and all that other stuff right in here, so we're probably going to dump low. But I can come into here and we can watch. So we're coming over this, and there's going to be some water, another little bit of land, and then we hit the land that's Kerbal. So we're under 51K now. So what I'm going to do is like this. Hopefully we broke that 2,500 meters per second thing, speed thing. I want to stay on the 90 parallel. About like that should be good. And now, anytime I hit the Z button, it'll lift us up. See? And we'll do that until we get relatively close to in here, and then we'll just, let go of it, break it off. That's only at 23, so our periaps is going to keep dropping. Because gravity, the Earth is pulling us down now. We're inside, under space, so we're being affected, I guess, by Earth's gravitational forces and all that other good stuff. And we can just keep picking it up. And then let's get over here. Let's go back and look. There we go. Now I don't think we're going to land on the space pad, but my goal is to land anywhere within this area. Within say about 1,000 miles or so. 1,000 miles, which would be, from, well, a couple thousand miles. Anywhere from about in here to about in here would be good for me. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. Just means that's what I want. We're going to break into the atmosphere, and when we do, we're going to have to jettison this off. I think it's around 25K, but I'm not positive where the actual burn and all that other good stuff starts happening. We're going to find out, though, because we're going to watch it, and then we'll know for future reference. And now you got to keep watching this, because this shows that we're going to land right there at KSP. But if you watch it, it slowly comes back. And that's what's good to have this little bit of extra fuel, is because now we can adjust our descent. And we're coming over this next little block of land that's going to come up to the actual, peninsula or whatever, that mass that KSP is on. Which it should start popping up here real soon. Let's go back to about that much of an angle. There it is. Now you can see the landmass that KSP's on. And we're still on a perfect course back for KSP. You just have to remember to overshoot it a little bit, because when we start breaking into the hell, I don't know what it's called, but where the atmosphere, basically, when it starts, the heat and all that other good stuff starts. That's going to slow us down. If we're pointing there, that's enough to slow you down to make you land like right in here. So you got to make sure you got a little bit of that extra for after that, because the air system, and you air brakes and the braking and slowing down and all that other stuff, it's quite powerful. Now, I don't know the exacts of it, again, because I haven't played very much, paying attention, doing this a few times. You kind of get a guesstimation, in your mind. This is our first time we've orbited and came back in. So I don't know. It's the first time in 2 years I've done this. But I do recall from the last, when I did play, that once you broke through that, you only had about from here to about in here or so before you actually touched down. And I think we look pretty dadgum good, to be honest with you. I'm not going to try. I'm going to try not to hit the throttle. Now you can adjust this by going up and down like this, where I'm doing here, and throttling. Alright, so we're going to break free and turn around, because we're starting to come in. And watch this line jump. This line's going to jump from about there all the way up to about here. But we're going to land on the same area, the same continent. And that's good enough for this guy. And you can use this to line up your pod so that you know that you're going the right direction for the burn. So you don't burn things up and all the other good stuff. And hopefully we won't burn off any of our things, but they typically tend to. It's a lot of heat coming around there. There's KSP. There's our first flag. Who says redneck can't fly a launch vessel? It ain't perfect, but it's close enough that I could send out a rescue for them. We're going to land in the mountains. Good golly, folks. And it's like I told you. Our line was right there. I told you that once you start entering, we started entering about right here, you got about that much further to go. So it's still pretty close to the same as it used to be. Alright, so we're going to pop our parachute. That'll line us up straight. And we're going to land in the mountains. So we'll be able to do some research also here in the mountains. I couldn't ask for a better landing. This is perfect. I don't know what that is breaking. We shouldn't be breaking anything. There we go. And we landed. These bad boys are hot. Look at them. I think they blew off. Oh, no. We're going to observe the mystery goo on the... And we'll take that. And we are going to EVA. And we are going to do an EVA report. Flying over Kerbal's mountains. And now we're going to store that data, or we're going to collect that data. Remove it, and then we're going to store it. And now we're going to land that, get down off on the ground. Alright, and now we're going to do an EVA report here on the planet, or on the mountains. So that's another 2.4 science. We're going to take that. We're going to walk around over here. We're going to plant us a flag. Dun, da, da, da. Oh, I forgot to set my flag. Oh gosh, I took my flag file out. Oh well, when we put our flag file back in, it'll change, I'm sure. So, first, orbit, landing site. After our first orbit, this is where we landed. I didn't need the @ sign. Alright, okay. Alright, so let's go back over here, climb back in the dealio. We'll hit B to board, and then we'll go to recover. We'll see how much science we got for all that. Look at that, 82.4 science, folks. Fantastic. We got some of our parts back. We're back up to from $80,000 to $130,000. And Jebediah got some spirits and he advanced to level 1. So let's hit done. Let's go into the astronaut complex. Let's take a peek. Ooh, he's got a star. Effects: stability assist, prograde, retrograde hold. Courage and stupidity, 50-50. Alright, so Jeb got a full level out of that. Okay, so let's get out of here. And we've got some science. We got a couple minutes, so let's go spend some science. Let's figure out what we need next. One thing that I definitely want, might not get it first, but it's that delta wing. And another air, this has got a delta wing and another air intake. I don't think the engines get any better. I think the air intake does for a while. So we might get a couple air intakes, like right here, cargo bay, crew cabin, clampetron. There's probably something, bicoupler. I'm looking to see if there's another air intake. Air brakes, that would be nice. Advanced nose cone, NCS adapter, protective shell. Yeah, it's not there. So maybe here, cargo bay, fuselage. Excuse me, fuselage, adapter, cockpit, nacelle. Oh, there's another RAM air intake. That takes in 1.0 instead of 0.006. At supersonic speeds, patent pending class. See, that's the one we need. Inside intake duct deflect incoming airstream causing patent pending classified info, which creates a patent pending classified info, thereby greatly increasing the efficiency of this unit at high altitudes and speeds. That's what we need. So we need to get to there. That's an important one. So we got to get this one and then get to this one. So we need 160, we need 250 science to eventually get to that. What is this? The big kickback solid fuel. And then there's the poodle, which is really good for in the orbit. There's junk. That one's nice when you want to build multi-stage rockets. So this is one that we want soon. This one's mediocre. Not anything I really need there. What is this? AVC, RCS. See, that's definitely something we want. So we need to get into the RCS so that we can start doing things in space, which means we have to take this one. Even though this one's kind of cheesy, we still got to take it. So that leaves us 59. We don't have enough to get anything else because we need 90. But we can do another run into space, maybe something like that, because we're going to need these. We're going to need this. And we are going to need the fuel lines. This one, and this one, in order to leave our orbit of our planet. So them are three important ones. You need the RCS so that you can maneuver around, like if we go to try and land on the moon or Mun, we'll need the RCS to land. You need the fuel lines so that you can build tanks that drain into other tanks, and then when you disperse the other outside, it's called something, a cluster something or another, but I used it a lot in my videos and they worked really, really well. And we need this big main cell to get us off the ground easier and get us further out. Plus working with the big giant fuel tanks. These are bigger tanks, but they're not that much bigger. They've got really big fuel tanks around here somewhere, which we'll end up getting to. We still got a ways to go though. We still got a lot of research to do. And it's all just about doing little things until you get what you need. We got lights, photovoltaic panels, which will let our batteries recharge so that we can start sending this data back to Kerbal via electronic communications instead of having to just hang on to it until we get back. Things like that. There's a storage container so that we can take multiple people into space. That way we can carry a pilot to fly, and then we can also carry a scientist with us. And we can then pop that scientist out to reset all of our equipment, all of our sciencey stuff, and then we can use it again. See, Jebediah can't. We get up there and try to reset a material bay or whatever. He can't do it. You got to be a scientist. So yeah, successful orbit, folks. We wrapped around Kerbal, went one loop around and landed and got within, say, a handful of miles of KSP. I think that was a complete success. Hope you do too. If you enjoyed it, please click the little thumbs up button. Let me know because it helps my channel. And leave me a comment. Give me something, something you think. Tell me what you think, what you need, what you want me to do, all that other good stuff. If you see anything I'm doing wrong, let me know. Give me some information. Tell me some of these things. Am I right about prograde, retrograde, and all them? I mean, are those the right symbols? I can't remember, to be honest with you. And above all, if you like the channel, subscribe. Stick around for a little while and you'll see more things. We don't just do KSP. We do lots of other Let's Plays too. Look through my playlist. You will find something you like. I guarantee it. And beyond all that, have a great day.